St. Louis area man shot to death his girlfriend, her 2 young children and her mother in the home they all shared, authorities said Saturday. He exchanged gunfire with officers as he fled and was captured several hours later in a convenience store, covered in blood and wounded. Prosecutors filed 15 charges against Richard Darren Emery of St. Charles, Missouri, including first-degree murder, assault and attempted robbery. Authorities said Emery, 46, abandoned his own pickup and tried unsuccessfully to steal a woman's car while on the run, attacking her as well. Emery remained in a local hospital with 2 gunshot wounds that authorities said did not appear self-inflicted and most likely came from the shootout with officers. St. Charles County Prosecuting Attorney Tim Lahmer said investigators did not know the motive for the shootings as of Saturday evening. "We may never know," Lahmer said during a news conference. "This one in particular was the worst example of a domestic violence case. Anytime you have a domestic violence case you worry about the safety of the victim, and this would be your worst nightmare." St. Charles is a city of about 70,000 residents on the Missouri River northwest of St. Louis. Officials said it's had a spate of deadly domestic violence incidents recently with 6 deaths in the past 8 days that Lahmer said are unrelated. Officials said police received a call just before midnight Friday about a shooting at the house where Emery and the victims lived. Lahmer said officers later found 3 victims dead of gunshot wounds in one bedroom. They were Zoe Caston, 8, her brother, Jonathan Caston, 10, and their grandmother, Jane Mokel, 61. Officers found the 4th victim, a 39-year-old woman, in the home's master bedroom, suffering from gunshot wounds but still alive, Lahmer said. She was taken to an area hospital, where she died. Authorities did not name the 4th victim but described her as the children's mother, the daughter of the older woman and Emery's girlfriend. The initial call to police came from inside the house, and Lahmer said investigators believe Mokel made it. During that phone call, the 911 operator could hear gunshots in the background, St. Charles Police Lieutenant Tom Wilkeson said. Lahmer said Emery attempted to flee in his pickup and was stopped by a police car. He and the officers exchanged shots, and he fled on foot. Authorities described his attempt to steal another vehicle as a carjacking and said she stabbed its female driver 7 times. They said her injuries were not life-threatening. The area is wooded, and Lahmer said Emery was able to elude police in the dark. But when he sought shelter in the bathroom of the convenience store a few miles away, an employee contacted police, Lahmer said. Each of the charges against Emery carries a possible penalty of 30 years to life in prison, Lahmer said, adding that more charges are possible and seeking the death penalty is an option under Missouri law. "It's premature for us to make any sort of pronouncement about that right now, but I can tell you this thing looks and smells like a death penalty case," he said. This version of the story corrects the direction of St. Charles from St. Louis in the second paragraph.